Welcome back to Magus in the Media. We just had a great one today. Season 3, Episode 4, Perfect Preparation. We finally get to see in Jujutsu Kaisen Maki merging with Mai and some of the most badass fight scenes I think, have gotten in all of anime. And I know that's going to be a hard one for a lot of you out there. Why? Well, because everyone thinks that Jujutsu Kaisen gets a lot of hype. What I'm saying is the hype has finally come due. Even though Season 2, we get some of the most badass fight scenes of all time, as well as in Season 1. But what I'm saying is, as a manga reader, I've been waiting for Maki to finally come into her own and completely wipe out the Zenin Clan. Spoiler alert, Maki crushes the Zenin Clan. And so what we get in this episode is complete devastation. The art is so fantastic that in the beginning, the merger of Mai and Maki. So Maki starts off by finally just coming home to the Zenin Clan. She finally just comes home. And what I mean by that is she just does that. We see her walking into the Zenin Clan's compound. And as she is coming home, she is to face off against her father. Isn't that what we all just have to do as adults? Finally, we come home and we confront the patriarch. You know, and sometimes it is hopefully not for your family going to be as devastating as this one, especially because Maki is a twin, Maki and Mai. One has cursed energy, the other has a heavenly pact. And so we get just that. We get the idea of the Zenin Clan not really liking that Megumi is now the head of the Zenin Clan. And along with that, Maki coming home to be like, I have to go into the weapons room. I have to go in there. I have to get the things that we need. And upon opening that door, we also get a little beforehand, we get a little bickering back and forth between Nei Yao, that stooge, the speedster, the trickster, the bigot, whatever you want to call him, he's a jackass. Maki puts him in his place. And so what we're getting is, as she's walking down the long corridor into the Zenin Clan's weapon artillery room, she has to rip away the seal and open these ginormous doors. And upon walking into this massive room, everything is gone. Her father stands before her, her sister behind the father, struck down in a pool of her own blood. Maki pulls out the sword, this cursed weapon, to fight off against her father. And they go instantly, it starts, and it's amazing. Ogi, her father, you get to see his speed. You think he's gonna lose because his sword breaks in half. Spoiler alert, all over this place. Sword breaks in half. Maki thinks that she has a one-up on her father, and the father's like, what are you talking about? I'm a sorcerer. I also am just as strong as you are. Your heavenly pact means nothing to me. And he strikes her down. Fast forward a little bit as he drags both sisters into a room that's supposed to be full of cursed spirits, which it is. He walks away as he's grumbling about how he's just pissed off that he wasn't able to lead the Zenin Clan because he has trauma, brother trauma. And upon doing that, locks them in there, hoping that the cursed spirits would destroy the sisters, his daughters. And what happens is a little bit different. And in the Jujutsu Kaisen sorcerer world, we're always going within the realm of the mind. And that's what we get. We get to go inside these identical twins. These identical twins, what ends up happening is actually, it's quite beautiful. It's so beautiful that it moved me. I got spine tingling. I've already read the manga. I know what's going to happen, but this writing is so beautiful that upon seeing these sisters talking back and forth, Mai doesn't want to do it anymore. She doesn't have the same will to power as her sister. And in not having that same will to power, she finally is like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do it. Here, and she opens her hand, and she hands her this leaf or this brush, these twigs and brush or a flower or whatever it is, and she says, "Go do it, devastate them all, take them all out." And she does that. Mai dies. Maki inherits Mai's power, and she becomes whole. The sisters merge into one person, but in doing so, Mai is now gone. Mai dies, and Maki is now whole. It's amazing. And you get this feeling as Ogi, the father, is walking away thinking his daughters are going to be taken out by these cursed spirits, but instead he feels it. He's like, all these cursed spirits were exorcised. That's not possible. And he turns around and you think there's going to be like a confrontation between Maki and her father, and there's not. All of a sudden you get Ogi's head, top of his head just cut clean off. And Maki continues to walk like nothing, like a G. Maki's like a G. It's gangster. It's amazing. And I'm all like waiting. This is going to be what I've waited for years since I watched these panels, this chapter in the manga. It doesn't disappoint whatsoever. I'm going to be doing a further breakdown of each episode. I'm working on episode 2 right now, and we'll get episode 3, and then I will do a full breakdown with everything that's going on in episode 4. But right now, this is my initial reaction, just straight up badassery. To continue what's going on in this episode, Maki then faces off against a bunch of sorcerers that aren't sorcerers, as in a bunch of the Zenin Clan who can't do sorcery. They just train martial arts all the time. They're so awesome. Not really. Maki handles them with ease, takes down hundreds and hundreds. It's like a callback actually to Kill Bill. I feel like there's a lot of Kill Bill in that scene, where she's just handling all of these non-sorcerers of the Zenin Clan, kills them all. And then you get the other brothers and cousins that have powerful Jujutsu sorcery until she finally then faces off against Neiyao. But before then, you get to see her. As is what's beautiful about this is that she's excelling mid-battle. She is learning how to use this new power of hers, and you're getting this callback to Toji. Neiyao's constantly trying to like poke at her, being like, you are not him, you are not him. And we come to find out she's not him, she's her own type of him. She's a her, she's a Maki, and she's amazing. So she handles everyone with her own level of ease in a way you think every time she faces off against another one of the Zenin Clan higher-ups that maybe it doesn't work out for her. And then she basically just handles it in every time. In that last time where she walks down the dock, and the guy with the eyes that was doing the thing, and she's just standing there taking it, and you get to see her readjusting to her new sorcery, that she then walks down and she's got the head of their cousin brother, whatever he is, and she drops it, and then she turns around, and then there's Neiyao. And so what's so brilliant about this battle with Neiyao is he's so fast. He's the speedster. And then we get the most amazing speedster scenes I've ever seen. She is calculating every hit. She's taking all of the damage, because what she's doing is she's using her mental prowess with her physical prowess. Wow. And so it excites me so much, because I think it's some of the most amazing showing of speed I've ever seen in anime. There's probably a lot of greats, right? And so when the new stuff comes out, it's always like, we're going to take it to the top. It's going to be the most badass. But really, how they cut the scene showing Neiyao and his ability to use this split-second stop motion, whatever it is that he's trying to do, I don't know it off the top of my head as the best, the physics and the actual sorcery that he's using. But what she's doing is she's counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, and she counts up to 24 seconds. And as he thinks he has her, he's going to hit her with top speed. She is holding her ground, her foundation, her rooting. She's doing the mental calculation. Her genius comes out. And as she sees split second before she's about to hit her, she's like, I figured you out. I figured you out. You are nothing. And as she does that, she turns around and clocks him in the face, slamming his face straight into the ground, crushing his skull. We get to see the crushing of the skull, which is so awesome. And we wonder, what does this have to do with magic? What are you talking about? This has everything to do with magic, myth, meaning. This is how you show great storytelling. This is how you show revenge at its finest. She has been downtrodden. She has been cast away, said and told all these terrible things for such a long time. And you get to see all of that pain, all of that pushing out of a family, one of the strongest clans in sorcery history, in the Jujutsu world. And you get to see Maki as she pines for her sister, the person that helped give her meaning, the person that she knows that if they would have just stayed lowly, as in if they would have just known their place, that then her sister would be alive. But Maki always wanted a little bit more. She's like, no, I don't think it's okay, sister, for us to be pushed down like this. And so what we see here is Maki showing, not only just showing, not just proving, but becoming a master in her own right. It's amazing. And after she defeats Neiyao in one of the most badass battles, as in like just showing the speed and then Maki showing how much faster she is than him, putting this prideful, egotistical, narcissistic bastard in his place. She walks up to her mother and she also just has to complete the task. And she's all like, you told me to come home. Why are you like this? And she kills her mother because she knows none of these Zenins must live. And she does that. And then Neiyao actually still is like, oh, he comes back and he's all crushed up and it just doesn't work out for him. He's like, you didn't kill me. But then in the end, her mother actually, who didn't completely die yet, on her last dying breath, puts the knife in the back of Neiyao. And she says, I'm proud of you, my daughter, paraphrasing. And then we get the last little cutscenes of Maki with her sister on her shoulder to obviously go bury her. And then you get to see Mai's other teammate coming up, I can't remember her name, the woman on the broom, the blonde girl, and how devastated she is that Mai is dead. And then you get the cut words at the top as the episode ends. You get to see that there were a bunch of Zenin Clan that weren't at the compound at that time. And now none of them exist. Maki found them all and they are all dead. Wow. 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 Wow, it was amazing. That episode was phenomenal. All the JJK haters can just go fly a kite because what we're getting in these episodes in this season is straight up peak, perfect preparation. And now there is no more Zenin Clan. The other clans have basically pushed the Zenin Clan out. There is a head still of the Zenin Clan, and that is Megumi. We're gonna see what happens with that in the future. We're going to finally get them, we're going to be moving on from this. I had been waiting for a long time, and I do truly believe that the anime not only took what the manga did, but I think excelled what the manga did. It added to the manga. So all the haters out there, go fly a kite. Let's figure it out. Thank you for watching. This is Magus in the Media, where we break down anime, comic books, literature, film, movies, and we're going to be doing music. We're doing it of all kinds through that mythological, esoteric, philosophical lens. We're just showing the world how amazing stories can still be told in this postmodern, functional, nonsensical, propagandic world. And right now, anime is crushing the West in storytelling. Thank you all for listening. Please subscribe, like, and share. And there will be more JJK content coming out. And we're going to be showing the mythology, the curses, how it's used. We're going to be coming out with more videos. Please and thank you. And until next time.